Hi, this is Kanaya, and today is January 17th. So I'm using this color. So let's talk about the power of yet. So, what is the power of yet? The power of yet is the idea that you can improve over time and achieve something you haven't yet accomplished. Is a core concept in the growth mindset philosophy. How does it work? Instead of you saying I can't do this, say I can't do this yet. Instead of you saying you failed, say you haven't succeeded yet. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Believe you can learn and improve over time. What are the benefits? The benefits of the power of yet helps develop a growth mindset like we talked about yesterday. You have confidence on what you can do. Helps children becomes more confident, resilient, and empowered. Empowered. Helps children learns that giving up isn't an option. Like you can't give up on yourself. Like you can't give up your confidence, because if you give up your confidence, then you're not going to succeed. Let's cut this y'all yet. So now we just gotta. So we just gotta be more mindful. If you give up, then you're never gonna have confidence. So we can. And now the blanket is sitting next to me. So yes, I'm still confident in my handmade projects that I'm doing. So for Valentine's Day, so I'm gonna show you the basket at the end. But I made it longer so you guys can see it from the original basket that I made. Oh, just drew it on myself. So it helps children learn that learning takes time and effort. Helps children learn that results come from hard work. Examples of the power of yet can be: I can't do this play yet. I can't solve this math problem yet. I don't know how to bake a cake yet. So, to prove those things, you can ask for help. You could watch a video. You can look up how to do something. Or you might show them, this is how you do it. So it says, the power of yet is the idea that if you haven't achieved something or learned a specific skill, it doesn't mean you can't or won't in the future. When you face with challenges, people may say, I'm not good at that. Now add the word yet. I'm not good at that yet, but I'm going to work on it. So it says, what does the power of yet refers to? The power of yet is about having a growth mindset. It is rooted in how you approach failure. To say that you can't do something yet. Instead, Carol Derrick is a Stanford Universal professor and the mind behind the power of yet. In her book Mindset, she discusses the effect of a positive growth mindset. So is similar to the book Growth Mindset. So that's the person who writes the book, or that's the person who sums up the growth mindset. So so Dweck explains that by framing low grades or mistakes as an opportunity to improve, instead of a final result, we provided ourselves and others with the confidence to continue learning, yet provide us a path to the future. So, so it says, why is the power of yet so important? So it allows them to shift more to a positive perspective and outlook on life, empowering them to reach their fullest potential. So if they have the confidence to continue, or we provide ourselves and others with the confidence to continue. So if you heard this expression, the power of yet, we're discussing this so we can understand. So so now so it says, what is the power of yet for adults? So have you discovered the power of yet? This three-letter word packs a much bigger punch than its diminutive size suggests. The use of yet is particularly protected in these three situations, like encouraging learning, maintaining engagement, and increasing confidence when working with powerful jobs. So the power of yet can be anywhere, like at school, at home, at a workplace, supermarkets. It can be places that you specifically go. So the power of yet is, I didn't work on this yet, but I'm going to work on it. So now you just added yet to the words that you saying, but it doesn't mean that you can't work on it. It's just that I didn't do it yet. So now it says, what is the power of yet in the workplace? So the power of yet praises employees for their effort, progress, and positive mindset towards each challenge. So it says, this tiny work packs a punch and then shows workers that leaders sees them on a learning journey as opposed to arriving unsuccessful. Leaders are encouraged to promote growth mindsets and the power of yet by praising employees for their effort, progress, and positive mindset towards each challenge. So it says, what is the difference between the trinity of now and the power of yet? A fixed mindset is believing that you can't learn more or do better. It limits learning to how things are now. The growth mindset is accepting the challenge, as Carl Dweck puts it, is the difference between the power of yet and the trinity of now. So now the power of yet is kind of like a fixed mindset. You don't know how to do these things yet. So the trinity of now can be a little different, but it might be in a growth mindset. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to see what it is. So So the the Trinity of now. So um Trinity of now is the idea that people are constantly pressured to act immediately, which can lead to poor decisions and rush actions. It could also refer to the tendency to focus on the present moment, which it can make it difficult to think critically. So so now the examples of the Trinity of now. Rush decision making. People make People may make life challenging decisions without thinking them through, which can lead to poor results. So this is getting worse than the power of yet. So social media. Users are constantly presented with new information, which can make it difficult to focus on anything other than the present moment. Parenting. Parenting may feel frustrated with their children insist on having things right away, which can make it difficult for the children to learn how to delay gratification. Fixed mindset. People may be overly concerned with what they can do right now, which it can make it difficult for them to see challenges as opportunity for growth. How to overcome the trinity of now. Slow down and think before speaking or acting. Slow down and think before speaking or acting. Pause before sending emails or making important decisions. Be aware how you speak to children and encourage them to focus on the process of learning rather than the outcome. So if you yell at your children or you yell at your child for something that they didn't do or something that hasn't been done, so you think the overcome reaction is the child walks away and not respond. So I know some of these things can be frustrating to some of the people and to them in general. So so now I'll call this the Trinity of now, the increasingly common demand for immediate responses and action, where an otherwise dispassionable assessment might instead reveal a less urgent, less destructive time frame for response. I call it Trinity because Trinity is defined as the arbitrary or under restraints exercise of power. So now let's look up the exercise of power. So exercise of power. So the exercise of power is when someone uses their influence or authority to make something happen. It could also refer to having a lot of control over people and activities. So, examples: a boss firing an employee, a government passing a new law, a manager pressuring their staff to work extra hours without pay. Determine, dominate, manage, supervise, take over, and weird. Related phrases and the exercise of a form of phrases that means the use of a power or right. For example, the exercise of political leadership, exert power, to use power, influence, or authority to make something happen. For example, exert your influence. So let's go back to examples of the Trinity of now. Examples. So now let's see what could be. So let's see. The Trinity is now is like the. So I noticed like the Trinity. So we listed examples of the Trinity of now, like rush decision making, social media, parenting, a fixed mindset. So let's see, what is the opposite? Let's see, what is the opposite of Trinity of now? So the opposite of Trinity of now is often referred to as the power of yet, which emphasizes the potential for future growth and development, rather than being solely focused on a moment. This concept is closely associated with a growth mindset as opposed to a fixed mindset. Key points about the contrast. Trinity of now. This phrase describes the tendency to be overly focused on the present, often leading to anxiety or pressure to achieve immediate results, neglecting long-term goals for potential for future improvements. The power of yet. This concept highlights the idea that challenges can be overcome with time and effort, encouraging a belief that one can learn and grow despite current limitations, promoting more optimistic and resilient approach. So power of yet is kind of like a growth mindset. It just helps you to improve your or to have confidence. The Trinity of now is like, I don't want to say a fixed mindset, but like it's kind of like overwhelming for a lot of people. That's basically facing challenges that they're going through. So like parenting can be a challenge. Working and work can be a challenge. Let's see. It's just a lot of things that can be challenging for some people. So it says the growth mindset is accepting the challenge, as Cole Derek put. So it's like your growth mindset is you can do it, or you can do this, or I'm gonna work on it. So sometimes it could be a challenge for some people. Some people is not ready for the challenge yet and is able to work on it. So this is how you compare the power of yet and the trinity of now. So they overly think about the present instead of focus on one thing. So though in the workplace it could be a challenge in the business. So the trending of now is the idea that people are under pressure to act or respond immediately. It can lead to short-term thinking, impatience, and a lack of perseverance. So, in examples of trinity of now, people may think in the workplace. People may be pressured to respond to emails and texts quickly, which can lead to poor results. So, in parenting and teenagers may be frustrated with delay and may not be patient enough to get what they want. In business, CEOs may make decisions based on assumptions instead of a deep understanding of the market. So it will take up. So I know it's gonna. So yes. So it's like people might act or respond quickly because it could be a short-term thinking process. So a lot of people might. So it's kind of like overwhelming to a lot of people that's facing this challenge. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do one thing, I gotta do another thing. So it's like multitasking. So you gotta respond quickly and act quickly to certain situations. So a situation that might happen immediately, like you just have to go and run. So I know it's gonna take up a lot of things. So those was those with a fixed mindset were gripped in the trinity of now, whereas those with a growth mindset were able to recognize and embrace the power of yet. So the trinity of now could be a fixed mindset because you have to think quickly, you have to act quickly, you have to run in certain situations, and you have to do one thing, you have to do another thing, and it's like too much overwhelming. Like, you don't have time for yourself. So I'm not going to be able to make time to get everything done because I have so much stuff to do, and I can't really get everything done in one time. So what you can do is you can use the power of yet and use a growth mindset. Oh, I can do this thing one day and I can do it the next day. So that way I can make time for myself to do what I have to do so I can get it done. So that's easy to say. So even in the workplace, they might make it easy. So it's like you making it. They might do that. They might make it easier for themselves. So it's called like making it easier for yourself, so you don't have too much going on in the workplace that you don't know what to do or how to act in certain situations. Because sometimes it can be overwhelming to some of these people, and some of these people that's experienced it, they don't know what to do. They just act quickly or respond quickly. So people is under pressure to get things done in a certain way where you can just make time for yourself and do what you gotta do so that everything can be nice and smooth. So the power of yet is better than the training of now because it allows you to think, it allows you to make time, and it allows you to make time for yourself. So it's a good strategy. So we don't want to so we don't want to spend too much time going crazy trying to figure out what we gotta do or how we gonna act or respond quickly to those situations. So I thought the tranny of now can be better, but it's not really better. So we just have to identify which group could be in either the growth mindset or a fixed mindset. So we just gotta think out two things. Two things we need to think about is the confidence and the skill. So once we learn these two things, we'll get better and better at it. So we also learned about the exercise of power when something uses their influence or authority to make something happen. So so exercise power refers to ability of individuals or institutes to influence or control actions. So another thing we learn is the exercise of power. So it could refer to the ability of the ability of the individuals or institutions to influence or control actions, decisions, and policies within a governance framework. It says, what is a synonym for exercise power? To be held away, be in control, have influence, have authority, to be in the saddle, rule, run the show, wield power, have power, have the upper hand. So, let's see. So it says, why is it important to exercise power? Apart from health benefits, training a body to be more powerful allows us to genuinely work harder, and a body that can work harder can change its shape. Well, when you exercise, you're in good shape. So, this is why now, and now it says up here, the exercise of power is when someone uses their influence or authority to make, let's see. Yeah, so when some bodies uses the power of their position in one setting to exercise a power in another, that's racism. They use to exercise power if they found themselves in a position to do so. So the harsh realities of winning and exercise power don't appear to the far left. So let's see racism. So the racism is the act of treating people poorly because they rank in a hierarchy hierarchy hierarchy. So racism is the act of treating people poorly because of their rank in a hierarchy. It could be abusive, discriminatory, or exploitative. Examples of rank-based abuse. Bullying. Racism can be bullying, racism, sexism, ageism, ableism, ableism, antisemitism, hyperphobia, transphobia. So racism can be understood from a organizational development framework. So either way, so you take like racism. So whether racism could be affected by a person, we'll see what examples of racism is. So every day we see examples of racism, including parents beating up on their children, doctors yelling at nurses, teachers treating students badly, and customers being demanding of waiters. In the workplace, racism leads to lower morals and productively loss of talents and disgruntled employees. So let's see, how do you deal with racism? Because you think racism isn't a bad idea, but it could affect other people. And people don't like racism. So how do you deal or rankism? Rank is How do you deal with rankism? To deal with rankism, you can call out the behavior directly and respectfully, document innocence, seek support from colleagues or superiors, advocate from a culture of respect within your organization, and leverage established channel like HR to address concerns if necessary. Essentially, challenge the abusive use of power based on a rank while maintaining professionalism and focus on the behavior, not the person. Key strategies to address rankism. Rankism. Directly address the behavior. If someone is exhibiting rank this behavior, calmly and professionally point out how their actions are inappropriate and explain why they are problematic. Document innocence. Keep a record of specific incidents of racism, including dates, times, and detail of what happened. This could be helpful when raising concerns with superiors. Seek support from allies. Talk to trusted colleagues or mentors who can provide support and potentially advocate on your belief. Engage with HR. If a direct approaches are not effective, report the behavior to your human research development to initiate investigations and potential corrective actions. Promote a culture of respect. Actively participate in creating a workplace environment where everyone is valued and treated with dignity regardless of their positions. Focus on the behavior, not the person. When addressing racism, avoid personal attacks and focus on specific actions that they are creating a harmful dynamic. Use I statements. When speaking to someone exhibiting racism, use phrases like I feel disrespected when to clarify your communication your concerns without blaming them. To clearly communicate your concerns without blaming them. Important points to remember. Racism is a form of abuse. Recognize that racism is a form of abuse. Recognize that racism is a serious issue and should be treated with the same gravity as other forms of workplace misconduct is critical. Leadership plays a key role. Leaderships needs to actively set the tone and actively discourage racism with their teams. Be prepared to face challenges. Addressing racism can be difficult and you may encounter resistance or retaliation. So, racism is bad. It's bad for people. So, that's what rankism is. So rankism is the act of rankism is the act what I say rankism is the act of treating people poorly because of their rank is a hierarchy. It can be abusive, discriminatory, or exploitative. So rank based abuse can be bullying, racism, sexism, ageism, ableism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, transphobia. So now you know how to deal with someone who can. So once you know how to deal with someone with racism, with rank, so now you can say what. Let's look. What can you say someone about racism? Because so it says rankism refers to the harmful practice of abusing one's position of power or higher rank to mistreat or belittle someone of a lower rank, essentially using their hierarchical status to undermine their dignity and contribution. It's about treating people poorly based on their title rather than their merit or respect as individuals. So treating people poorly is not okay. It's never okay to treat people poorly because of the way they are. So it's it's a bad opportunity that they would not go down the same route as you. Merrick. So rather than their merit or respect as individuals. Create key points about rankism. Negative impact. It can create a toxic work environment, decrease moral, stifle creativity, and hinder collaboration among team members. Manifestation. This can include public humiliation, ignoring ideas, and signing unreasonable tasks, or withholding information based on someone's position in a hierarchy. Importance of addressing it. Recognize and actively challenge racism is critical for fostering a more in a more inclusive and respectful workplace where when everyone feels valued for their input regardless of their title. So now racism is abusive, discriminatory, and or explosive behavior towards people because of their rank in a particular hierarchy. So it says, what is the theory of rankism? At this stage in the research, rankism is defined as the abuse of power which occurs when people use their rank and positions to demean or disadvantage or diminish them. So it's kind of difficult dealing with these type of situations where you are going through. So rank. So now let's see. So let's see the abuse of power. Let's see the abuse of power. So the abuse of power is the misuse of a position of power to take unjust advantage of individuals, organizations, or governments. So let's see, position of power. Position of power. So let's decline this. So it says a position of power is the authority that comes from a person's title or role in an organization or a group. It gives the person the right to make decisions and influence policies. So explanation, authority. So before I read the explanation, so it gives the person, so it allows you to make your own choices. So you're not making someone else's choices, you're making your own choices. So authority. Positional power gives people the power to make decisions, hire and fire staff, and reward or punish employees. Influence. Positional powers give people the ability to influence others based on their position. Compliance. Positional power gives people the right to demand compliance from others. Traditional leadership. Positional power is often associated with traditional leadership, where leaders have formal authority. Essentially, or organizational setting, positional power is used in organizational setting to assign tasks to employees based on their size and scenery in their scenery. Examples: a teacher has a position of power over their students. A manager has a position of power over their employees. A business owner has a position of power over their employees. So that means they're in charge. So you gotta do what your boss tell you to do. You gotta do what they tell you to do. So that means a position of power is meaning that they're in charge. So so now we learned like 5 things so far. So the power of yet allows you to make decisions. The trinity of now is overwhelming. It allows you to overthink things and trying to get how many as you show. So the trinity of now allows you to act or respond quickly to situations. So the power of the this is third thing called the exercise of power, I believe. The exercise, the exercise of power when someone uses their influence or authority to make something happen. Rankism is when they treat people poorly. So when they treat people poorly. So see. So the abuse of power is the misuse of a position to take unjust advantage of individuals. So we learned like 6 things so far in that video. I mean, let me see. We learned like I taught you like so many things. The position of power. So it says the authority that comes from a person's title or role in an organization or group. So let me start over. The power of yet allows you to make decisions. The trinity of now allows you to act or respond quickly. The exercise of power is when someone uses their influence or authority to make something happen. Rankism is when you treat people poorly. The abuse of power is the misuse of a position of power to take unadjusted advantages of individuals. Or the abuse. So the abuse of power, on the other hand, can be abuse of power is the misuse of authority to gain an unfair personal advantage in a company. public office or private organization. So, the abuse of power is the ability to influence others to achieve something. Or, so the position of power is when they're in charge of making decisions. So, so now I'm gonna show you this blanket real quick. So now the blanket is done, and now this is coming out great. It's coming out long. And here's something else I want to show you. And I made this long basket, and it came out great. So you can use this long basket to put your bottle in there. So, or you can put wine in there too. Because I came up with this idea to say, let's make this long bottle. So now we can put this to the side. And I also made this. This is a granny square halter top. And here you go. Here's the back of it. So now I finished this project today, and you can wear this when you go on vacation, or you can wear this during the summertime. So I hope you like, subscribe, and comment down below. And we learned a lot today from this video. I ain't gonna tell you, we learned so much about it. It's coming from abuse, so it comes from a growth mindset to a fixed mindset to abusing people and being in charge of the decisions. It's become so a lot today. Oh my gosh. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment down below on my YouTube video. Thanks for watching.